Okay. I'm Irisima Drew. I just graduated from Middlebury. I majored in English and creative writing, and I've been working at U of L this summer with the Sustainability Council. And I just decided to do research into the SNAPS program at farmers markets around Louisville. On Thursdays, I work at the Great Street Farmers Market downtown, and we have an EBT program at Great Street. And I was talking to the manager about the program and how it's very new, and all around Louisville, the whole EBT program at farmers markets is very new. So I was talking to her about how successful it's been and the obstacles she's faced and different things like that. So I decided to go to different farmers markets and ask them the same questions. So I went to the Nulu Farmers Market and the Bardstown Farmers Market at Deer Park, and the farmers market at Rainbow Blossom. I'm actually not sure what it's called, but it was at Rainbow Blossom. Yeah, and out of those, the only one that doesn't have an EBT program is the Bardstown Farmers Market. But the only really successful farmers markets, EBT programs at farmers markets in Louisville are Gray Street and the one at the Americana Center, which I unfortunately didn't get to go to. The obstacles Gray Street faced in implementing the EBT program. There are certain qualifiers for these organizations to have EBT programs, and for some reason this association that had the money didn't think Gray Street qualified because it was affiliated with the School of Public Health or something like that. But there's all this money left, and not all of it is going to use because there are a lot of the farmers markets don't really want or think they need the EBT programs, which makes sense. Like I spoke to the manager of the Bardstown Farmers Market, and they don't have an EBT program. They have a committee, and the committee regularly votes on this, and he says that they always vote it down. And it's mostly just because they don't think they have enough traffic of people with EBT cards. And I asked him how often he gets requests or questions about this, and he says maybe like a couple times a month, which is really not that much. But then again, he really wishes that they could implement this program because it is limiting the population that goes through the farmers markets. Gray Streets is relatively successful. The Americana Center has the best one. We get we do a count at the end of the day of how many cards we've swiped, and we get maybe 7 a day, which doesn't really seem like that much either. But considering it's one of the best ones in the city, you get the picture of how little usage these programs have been having. And they're also very new, so maybe this will grow. I spoke to the director of the Nulu Farmers Market, and she said they only get maybe 2 users every Tuesday with the EBT program. And I asked her why she thinks that is, and she says they don't really do any advertising, which might play a part. They are in a neighborhood where they could get EBT users, it's lower income, but maybe they just need to advertise more, or maybe it's just not something people are interested in because it is still more expensive, even though you can use your card. And another program I wanted to talk about briefly is the Senior Vouchers program, which we have at Gray Street. And Gray Street is the farmers market in Louisville that has the most traffic of senior voucher users. I'm not sure what the qualifying is for this, but mostly it's the children of people who get these vouchers that come through to buy the produce, and they're all limited, so each check is like, it'll be like $4, and you have to get the exact amount, which gets kind of complicated. So people will come to a vendor and say, I need $4 and whatever you can get me, but they only want specific things, and there's always some promotion in like filling out exactly $4 worth of produce, because that's what it's limited to. So yeah, well, I spoke to the people at the Rainbow Blossom Farmers Market as well, and they don't have the machine, because all these other ones I've talked about, they have these little machines that you swipe the EBT card or you swipe a debit card, it's the same thing, and you get tokens. Rainbow Blossom doesn't do that. They have them fill out some little paper slips at with the vendors, and then they go into Rainbow Blossom and cash them in. The vendors will do that later on. And I don't know why, I didn't get to speak to the manager at that one, but I don't know why they have a different system than the other ones. It seems more efficient since you don't have to pay a monthly fee for the machine and everything.